What could your life look like if you gave yourself the same care you give your patients? Can you envision it? Can you see it? All right, well, hold on to it, and we're going to get back to it in just a second. But first, I want to welcome you back to the break room. This is our weekly gathering for Black women nurses who want to go from perpetually self-sacrificing, right, to prioritizing self-care. And I am your host, Deetra Dennis, the self-care coach for nurses. And this is your self-care safe space where you as a nurse can come here where if you value, honor, and invest in the full circle well-being of your most valuable patient, yourself, right? And again, if that is you, welcome in, lean in. Yes. And if you're saying, okay, Deetra, I'm not any of those, but I still want to be here. I'm glad you're here and stick around, and you are welcome and invited to stay here so that you can pause, reflect, and be nourished. All right. So let's get back to our question. What do you see in your mind's eye about caring for yourself? What do you see? Share with me in the chat, in the comments. I would love to hear it. So today, what we're talking about is celebrating what's possible when you as a nurse prioritize yourself, right? And too many of us are stuck in the survival mode. But that's not the life we were created for. And we talked about this previously in another episode or another gathering, might I say, in More Than Survival, what nurses really want for their lives. We talked about it a little bit more there. But I want to share with you, there was surveys done in 2024 and in 2025 that indicate a high percentage of nurses are in survival mode, in autopilot, or on that hamster wheel. And with figures showing that over half of the nurses report feeling burned out and overworked. Is that you? Yeah. And of course, during the pandemic, it exacerbated those issues. But ongoing structural problems like understaffing and high workloads or working lean continue to drive the crisis. But you know what? What if we see it through a different lens? What if we put on a pair of glasses with a different lens and imagine what's possible when we stop carrying it all alone, and start prioritizing ourselves? Imagine if. And you know what? By doing so, what we're doing, we are vision casting. And that is the process of creating and communicating a compelling, detailed picture of a desired future. It helps you align your actions with long-term purpose, provides motivation beyond the immediate task. And I don't know if this sounds familiar to you, but this isn't anything new. This is in scripture. When God instructed Habakkuk to write the vision and make it plain on tablets that he may run that readeth it. That's Habakkuk 2:2. So again, a vision becomes reality only when it is supported by consistent self-care, right? That's how we can reimagine or what could be possible if we prioritize self-care. So here is what's possible, or what becomes possible, when you combine your vision casting with putting yourself first. You ready? All right, here we go. Lean in with it now. Lean in with me. Number one, what it does, it creates intentional habits. You can use vision casting to define your self-care goals. For example, creating a vision board or a vision book. I have a vision book where I write things out for me. So again, vision board or vision book, however you want to do for your self-care, can be a powerful visual reminder of the actions, memories, and habits that help you feel calm and centered. So create intentional habits. That's what it can do. That's the possibility, right? Number 2, it drives focus and momentum. And we've talked about this before. We just didn't talk about it in this realm. So here, what we're doing is a clearly defined vision allows you to be, again, more intentional with your self-care. And it provides the why. You know, the why is what anchors you. So if there's a time that you may slip, but you get back on track because you have that why, it anchors you in that goal or that vision. And so it's the why behind your health habits, reminding you that you are taking care of yourself so that you can show up as the best version of yourself. You know, I always like to say it allows you to serve from your heart at the highest level. And that is even serving you, right? And then lastly, what it does, it sustains ambition. So without self-care, the drive provided by a compelling vision can lead to burnout. You know, you're doing all of these things, but and I know I've said intentional on all 3 of these. So it's important to be intentional. Take intentional time to rest and reflect. Yes, the reflect, we talked about that before as well. So it prevents you from becoming exhausted and unfocused, right? Allowing you to sustain the pursuit of your goals over the long haul. And again, we talked about the importance of reflection in a previous episode, looking back, overcoming, I'm about to say overcoming position. I don't know where that came from, but anyway, looking back, overcoming the challenges. Now, if you're ready to take your first step toward vision, combining that with self-care, you know I'm going to invite you to From Superwoman to Self-Care Masterclass. And the description is below. And I know I don't say it often, but I do encourage you and invite you to like the video and subscribe if you're on YouTube and share with someone else. You know, it's important for us to share with others so we can help each other change the narrative for us in being in a state of burnout or being in the state of survival mode. Share this with them, right? And so, as I always do, I have a quote for us today. So, as you build trust in yourself, your ability to expand your vision and fully live in your magnificence is amplified. So, until we gather again, I wish you a wonderful week.